It's undercut the very diversity that makes our city strong. We are a city of immigrants, and our leadership should reflect that diversity. By putting out more barriers, you are excluding valuable voices that could help shape our city for the better. Like I said before, together we can be better. Insist to you to reconsider this statement, this amendment, instead of creating division. Let's work together to ensure that our elections are open, fair, and accessible to all citizens, whether they were born here or came here later on life. Naturalized citizens like me love this country and this city. We have improved our commitment time and time again. We deserve the same opportunity and fair shot, just like anyone else, to serve our community. I ask you, City Council, to reject this amendment and uphold the values of exclusivity, equality, and fairness. Thank you.
I'm sorry. That's right. Get your name and say your residence.
Yeah, Robert Blada, Worcester. Was just here.
Petition. I want to point out that the proposal fails to identify any unfairness that exists. The Worcester Republican City Committee, the members, and all Worcester voices deserve the chance to be represented on our City Council. A person does not need to be a citizen in Worcester to rent or own property, pay city taxes, or support local businesses. You don't need to be a citizen to work in Worcester. So how is it fair to require citizenship to represent the people of Worcester? The xenophobic, racist, and misogynistic nature of this petition screams out. It is a manifestation of the hate-based platform of the Republican Party at all levels, trying to ooze into the fabric of Worcester. Worcester needs of residents to inform Worcester's priorities, not Worcester's U.S. citizens. So I ask again, how is it fair to require citizenship to represent the people of Worcester? My request is that Worcester City Council reject this anti-immigrant petition and reject the Republican Party to attempt to infect the city of Worcester with their hatred, while not even having the courage to identify themselves by name in the petition or on their website. How will you know this request is being submitted by Worcester residents?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Part I wanted to add, I feel it is xenophobic. Oh, poor choice of words. I feel it is disingenuous to allow non-citizens to spend the city of Worcester's money. Thank you for your time. I yield the remainder of my time.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Thing. How many people who are citizens in this room could readily show papers showing that they were citizens? Are we all supposed to carry around IDs from now on so that some shadows can stop us in the street and grab us if our papers don't match? What is this? Enough.
Of Worcester, we have enough oppression. I'm sick of it. What are they afraid of?
Unnecessary, and frankly, a blatant attempt to encourage and promote racism and xenophobia, while also attempting to get free advertising for a political party. I think we're all giving them that advertising, ironically, but I don't think it's going to necessarily be the kind of advertising they were hoping for. Certainly, it's not going to be positive for the most part. If the creator of this agenda item had done any research at all, they would realize that in order to run for any city office, you must be a registered voter, as we have heard. In order to be a registered voter, you must be a citizen, either through birth or naturalization. Registered voter and the word voter are listed on the page that tells you how to become a candidate for office 5 times in the first paragraph. I think it's pretty clear. Furthermore, comparing this to an I-9, that is very disingenuous. You don't have to be a voter and a U.S. citizen to get a job. You simply have to have the papers that show that you can legally work here. It's just ridiculous. It reeks of fascism and authoritarianism, and it's just another way of trying to create division among the many citizens of this city who have come here, regardless of what century, in order to create a better lives for themselves and their families. We have fought against this type of position several times.
I live in Worcester. This is all great. All these people rock, and I'm all against 10L, but I'm here to talk about 10J, so sorry for bear with me.
To 10L, I did come here to speak to support my daughter, Catherine, who just spoke about the library and the parking fees. I noticed that it's a...
Prove it. I was explaining it to my 5-year-old on the way over, and he said, "That's not kind. It's not kind. A 5-year-old can understand it. I'm a public school parent. His classmates who maybe go on to become citizens, why impose this additional barrier? It says, you're not welcome here. We don't want you making decisions for our city." Former President Donald Trump popularized this birtherism when he asked President Obama, "Show me your papers." It's ideology has no place in this city. That's not what we're teaching our children. It is unkind. It is unnecessary. It should be rejected. Thank you.
Thank you. Is your name, your residence?
Secure that voting is tampered with, and it's not. We've got all kinds of propaganda going on around that, so let's try to avoid that. And like, if this was
languages being spoken on the street, my children can be exposed to different cultures, different foods. We all live.
Administration policy, against the policy of the office you work. So by the administration's own justification, should the office of the solicitor take a position against the city manager, he can be fired. So he's not going to do that. So it really irritates me that we can't get the concept of basic American civics that is taught in like the 8th grade, separate, co-equal branches of government.
My name is Ruth Rodriguez. I'm a retired teacher. And white families were asked. When it came our turn, she was very adamant. And I said, oh.
The agenda item for free parking at the library. It's crazy that my tax dollars fund the library and I pay to park there. But the main thing, I think that's something Republicans say to defend these types of racist petitions.
That this motion would attack voter rights. On its face, it questions voter registration process, which then will in turn question election results. The new Republican Party platform is to question the election when they don't get the results they want. This will only be one of many documents, many motions, many proposals that will continue to attack our rights, the results they want. This will only be one of many documents, many motions, many proposals that will continue to attack our rights, not just the rights of the immigrants that come here and gain citizenship, but of everyone's right. I ask the mayor, the city clerk.
Office holders are citizens, as many people before me have made clear. The requested charter change is simply intended to harass and intimidate sitting councilors and future office holders. This kind of nativist hate has no place here, and I ask that you all vote to file this item.
Thank you.
District 4, and a member of the Ward 10 Democrats. I'm here to condemn 10K and 10L, two unconstitutional items that shouldn't have made the agenda. Worcester doesn't have the powers to do this without a charter change, and if they did, they'd lose once again another lawsuit. 10K retaliate.
I or yell no with a J. People still find ways to hate, but to see adults in this city use this council to try to target out members of our immigrant community and refugees, I strongly oppose that, and I think that we need to call it what it is, which is xenophobia and racism. And it's not lost on me that there's current members of our council who do such great work for this community and have also already faced hate and harassment and disrespect, both from the public and from members of this body for who they are, and that's unacceptable. And so I urge you all to file this, to oppose this, to call it what it is, which is not due process or protection for democracy. It's hate, it's xenophobia, it's wrong. There's no need to other people, and we should be so grateful to anyone who decides to serve this community, and we should welcome them and treat them with the respect they deserve. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
It's a stunt. There's no actual rationale for this petition. It's not a thing. You can't run for office if you're not a registered voter, and non-citizens can't register. So the only reason for this is to demonize immigrants and get attention to the Worcester Republican City Committee. It even says in the attachment to the item that the is. So it's disingenuous to say that it's really anything else. It's shameful that they need to get attention by appealing to the worst xenophobic triggers that people have. It reflects what is going on nationally, and we all need to stand up to it.
Can you wrap up your comments?
Yeah, almost done. I'm not just in opposition to 10L. I'm asking how 10L even made it this far, given that the petitioner themselves described it as free promotion. Why are you promoting xenophobia?
Thank you.